I love that.
Flipping stands. Now Andrew's gone.
We can do
Can we
what we
buy
like.
some more, please?
Oh.
Because these are awful. Right, anyway, welcome. Good afternoon, I can say that now. Welcome to live shopping here at Highlight Crafts. My name's Mel and I'm going to be taking you through an hour of 2 Red Robins Frosted Whispers. This, back in stock, sold out incredibly quickly. I've had so many people wanting to purchase it, so we've brought some stock back for you. Sorry,
But this is it. When it's gone, it's gone.
This is it.
Would you like me to show everybody
Would
what
you
they
mind?
get?
I've just got a proper tickle.
No, that's absolutely
Let's go outside
fine.
and get rid of the tickle.
Let me
Anyway.
I'm just going to come up to here, guys, and let me just tell you a little bit about what we've got. So first of all, if you haven't ordered from us before, it's super easy. All you have to do is type the word shop followed by the code into the comments, whether you're watching us on Facebook, Instagram, or our own website. So for instance, this bundle that we've got for you here, type the word shop bundle and this will go straight into your basket. Now it is super beautiful. So you are going to be getting, when it's gone, it's gone. This is the last of the stock. We've ordered it back in, and it's whatever now, from now till Christmas. So you're going to get a set of 4 sets of dies. So the first one is Ice to Meet You, and it's this gorgeous Christmas tree. But when I turn it over, and in fact, I will show you on the board, you're going to get multiple dies. So basically, you're paying for that, but it's going to make that. That is what we're talking about. So you've got multiple sizes. This isn't just a Christmas tree, this is a forest. So you've got the little baby ones from when they're first planted, right through to when they're fully grown and they've got all, and you could put all the little baubles on. Or how about using them for perspective? So these could be right back in the distance, or it might be that you layer them all up and you've got little trees creating a forest. I'm going to show you how to do that on Minecraft Studio. So you can cut them as they are individually, or you can cut them and use the reflections. Now the reflections are downloadable sheets and they come as part of this bundle, and that is super exciting. So that's the first one.
You know what I'm thinking?
What?
Putting those in that, with that mould when you've cast it, and adding your trees and your stags into your pit to you.
Oh, wow.
Right.
Oh my gosh, that would look
I
amazing.
know.
That would look
You've just
phenomenal.
got that village mould. This is something for you to think about.
Yeah, definitely. Then the next one we've got is Frosty Foliage. Now, this, personally, I love this die because it looks like it's frosted. It really does. And when you see, in fact, take a look at the board, because this is so snippable. You can snip into it and get individual pieces. So you could have it as a little cluster, so you can build it up as if it's almost like a hedge of frost. Or it's the tree branches hanging down. So this is such a versatile die. It's like 2 different things in one. In fact, it's not, it's 3, because it's the grassland and it's the summer foliage that's died off and then is covered in frost. Then it becomes the hedgerow. So that's 2 different ways of using it. And then it becomes the tree branches. That's a 3rd way. So you've got one die that does 3 different things. That's your frosty foliage. Then we've got our next one, which is Talia. Now, she's a super beautiful little girl. But the great thing about this is, because of the way she's been designed, we can put her in amongst the foliage and make her look like she sat, as well as tucking her into the cuts in the backgrounds so that it looks like it's twins. So what a lovely way of creating. That is just a classic Christmas scene. It really is stunning. And then
Favourite.
This one. So this is what I love, because this is aspen, but take aspen's horns off and it becomes Aspie.
Aspie.
Mrs. Aspen.
husband.
But that isn't that clever?
Yeah.
The way that you can adapt the dye, and that's what we do so well at Two Red Robins. We literally look at every element of the dye cutting process and look at how we can improve it. Both of them have got their winter coats on. They're looking out. They've just heard something. Where are the children? Just wondering why they've got, and they're hiding, children playing hide and seek behind the Christmas trees.
They're hearing the bells.
Yes, of Santa.
In the distance, right?
So you're getting all of those. So think about this. You've got the forest, you've got perspective, you've got the little children, you've also got the mummy and the daddy.
Don't know what
I
that
have
was.
no idea.
No idea.
Mummy and daddy. You've got the frosted foliage, that's the hedge, it's the base, it's the trees. You've got, from that, I've got 8 different options from just those dyes.
Yeah.
But it gets better because you then get all of the scenes to go with it. And you've got these in with them close up and in distance. You've got the backgrounds, but these are actually overlays, so you can create your own background by putting texture behind it. Then you've got sentiments, and we don't often put sentiments on Minecraft Studio, but you've given you sentiments so that you can complete your Christmas crafting. And you've also got your digital stamps, and you've also got scene building. Plus, there's the digital stamps for you, and that's what we call a reflection sheet. So you print that out, place the die over the top, and it does all the work for you. Honestly, it's changed our die cutting.
Absolutely.
It literally transformed how we could work with it.
Well, it was, dyes in themselves were a leveller, weren't they, in the craft industry? Because if you've been crafting for 30 minutes and you run a die through a machine with a piece of card, you will get exactly the same result as somebody that's been crafting for 30 years.
Absolutely.
Reflections mean that you don't have to spend the time paper piecing or colouring. It just brings you that incredibly professional finish.
Commercial,
absolutely.
Professional commercial
and
finish.
Again, doesn't matter how long you've been crafting. You can make beautiful cards from day one. And that's what I love, because that's a confidence builder then, right?
It is, and it's instant. And if you are somebody that gifts cards and or sells them, it is a complete game changer for somebody that sells cards, because what you've got is, not only does it look really professional and commercial, but also you're taking your card making to another level. And that is something that, well, it's really exciting, because it takes all of us into a space where we can focus on design, building the shape, changing the shape, looking at it, looking to these dies at where you would snip them, how you would layer them, what goes in the front and what goes behind, because there's so much you can do with that. Combine it with Minecraft Studio, and blinking heck, it's off the scale in terms of creativity.
It's amazing, isn't it? Now, if you are a digital crafter, so a scan and cut user, we also have the SVGs for you as well. But I'm going to say something else when we get to the sentiments, because the sentiments are really, really exciting. So you will get all of your artwork and the reverse of that artwork in 3 different sizes. So you'll get the original size, a smaller and a larger version, or a larger and an extra large version, depending on what that artwork calls for. So it's all dictated by that artwork. Then you're going to get all your detailed designs. Imagine putting a little bit of foil or glitter. You know, just when you're using that foil pen, that foiling starter kit with the glue pen, doesn't have to be foil that goes on top. It can be glitter. It could be your metal leaf if you wanted it to be. You've then got your decoupage layers. And you haven't got those in 6 different sizes. You've got them in hundreds of different sizes, because you can then take just that into Minecraft Studio, make it the size you want it to be to fit the project that you want to make, and then adjust the cutting file accordingly. It's brilliant. So you're going to get all of those. You will get your reflections for your SVG files. You are going to get your Digistamps. Now these, printed with that laser printer on black,
Would look amazing.
and then foiled, would look incredible, absolutely incredible, or on white, doesn't matter. Then you've got all your story building, your scene building with all your characters. That stag is just monumental, isn't he?
He is.
He's
beautiful.
such a good stag, and stags are really difficult to get right.
And
now
especially the fact that it's a male and a female.
Yes.
That's, I think, is really, really clever.
Now, if you take these into Minecraft Studio and make them the size that you want them to be, and you scan and you turn it black, and you scan that in, you can then draw these in the pen colour of your choice.
Right.
You can foil them. You can emboss them onto your vellum, because you're taking that file and just making it into a scannable file, into a cutting file, a drawing file, an embossing file.
Wow.
The value of that to scan and cut users is really quite remarkable. You can then be cutting it out of vellum or your vinyl. That vinyl deal that we've got is amazing. These are just fabulous. These overlays are brilliant, aren't they? And if you wanted to make your own wrapping paper, these are going to be perfect for that, aren't they? Like gift bags out of them.
Well, I'm just going to pass this to Lewis.
Okay.
And because I've just had an idea of something I need to show everybody.
Right.
So I just need him to set that up for you, because I haven't got it on the right page.
Have you pressed the wrong button?
Yeah, I have.
She's done that again, haven't you?
No, I didn't do that. I did it slowly and it still went wrong. I'm going to go. I've just had an idea. I need to go and get that ready.
Yeah, absolutely. And then look at these scenes. I mean, talk about picture book, storybook images. Look at that. Aren't they fabulous? Now, when you've got artwork like this as your scenes, you don't need a collection of 20 dies. You just need those 4 dies to make that sing. And then you can snip into them and decoupage them up. That, as a Christmas card for this year, is absolutely fabulous. But it's just part of one of the backgrounds. And then the stag's built in. Isn't that gorgeous? That, for a man's card for Christmas, is brilliant. For a couple, for an anniversary. Maybe you got married at Christmas and this is your anniversary card. It's absolutely stunning. And I'm really, really pleased that we brought this artwork back, because I must have been off when you launched this, because I haven't seen this one. And it's absolutely exquisite. The Christmas trees in this are stunning. And look at that, with the light, just the sun just going down in the background. I mean, these really are remarkable. Think about printing this off and then printing it on your printable acetate and using your hot foil pen to add accents of foil over the top of that can go as a domed front. There's so much potential with this. This would look really lovely with one of the shaker domes. That would really work. Maybe you want to make that book that we did the other day in the scan and cut shows. Maybe you want to do that, but with this artwork, more grown up than we did. Absolutely fantastic. So if you want this as a digital collection, Shop Digital $14.99 will get you that. That's a cracking price, because you've got all of those sentiments then in all those different sizes, in any colour that you want, drawn as an outline, filled in, whatever you prefer. That is a brilliant deal at $14.99. Right, let me talk to you about some of our printables that we bring you, because we always have them out on the counter and occasionally we talk about them, but we don't talk about them all the time. So we have 2 different types of printable card. Well, we have lots, but the white card here at Highlight Crafts. One is your regular pure print that gives you a beautiful finish. That would be on your regular pure print. And then we have a premium pure print. That doesn't mean it's a better quality card. What that means is you will get a different feel. So the regular pure print, let's imagine it has a fibre inside it that's about that long. When the head of the printer drops that ink onto that fibre, it has a place to travel. And if you think about putting paint on a watercolour pad and then you brush it out, the further away from that source it gets, the lighter it becomes. That's what you'll get when you get a longer fibre, and it gives you a wonderful finish. We then do the premium. Now, please don't use the premium on your scan and cut mats because it wants to keep it, doesn't want to give it you back. But the premium has such a tiny fibre that when the ink is dropped, it can't travel anywhere, so it stops. And it almost gives you like a velvety look to the artwork. It's amazing. The two together work perfectly hand in hand because it almost gives you another texture without it having a texture to it. It's really clever. It's not about the printer that you're printing from, it's about the paper that you're printing onto. And that's why we bring you two different ones. So we do the 140 regular pure print back in stock. This is the one that I use all day, every day for my reflections, for my scan and cut. I use the 140 regular pure print. Doesn't show that thick white edge, so you can decoupage those layers up and it looks amazing. So if you want that, that's shop 40, £12.99 for 100 sheets. It will also save your ink because your paper's not drinking that ink. The other thing that your regular pure print is good for in 250 is your alcohol markers. Because it's got that longer fibre, it holds that ink on that surface and allows you to blend those colour families together. It's fabulous with your alcohol markers. Just make sure you've got some scrap copy paper underneath because alcohol ink is made to seep into that cardstock and move. So if you want the 250, you get 75 sheets of that for £12.99. And then we have the premium pure print available for you in 140, and that is shop premium. Oh, we brought the price down on that to £12.99 instead of £14.99. Yes. Oh, nice. Right, if you want your premium pure print, not for scan and cut users, please, on the mat. You can use it for your backgrounds, but please don't put it on your mat because you won't get it off. That one is shop premium, £12.99. Right, Stephanie, are you ready for us to come over? Lovely.
I am. I'm really excited about this demo too. So guys, first of all, if you are a collector and you love building scenes, you're going to really enjoy this Frosted Whispers MCS download. So first of all, you've got your digital stamps, and I'm just going to bring one onto the page so you can see the quality of that artwork. And these absolutely look like they've been stamped to give you that real luxurious finish. Now, if you were using alcohol markers, you could actually place him onto the image and you could be stamping over the top of him, or cut him out of plain white card and colour in the stamped image. Do him so he's the same size as the actual stamps. And to show you how to do that, what you would do, you would go into your reflections, get your sheet of reflections out. We then get our digital stamp. So I just need to bring that right to the front. Here, I'm going to change the size of it because it's got to match the size of my reflections. And just need to make him a little bit bigger. Get him to sit over the top like that. You'll give it just needs a little nudge that way. I'm just going to go into this in a bit more detail so you can see all the detailed lines actually on here. Now these are where the little cut lines will go, but sometimes I like to lay that digital stamp over the image. So I know now that if I cut that out of a piece of, if I put that onto a piece of white paper, I can then take my die and cut that out in half instead of having to fussy cut my stamped image. Brilliant. So it works perfectly. So that's just one little thing I wanted to share with you. But then I'm going to, so these are, these are our reflection sheets. And I'm just going to come into here and I want to just quickly show you how to build your own sheet of reflections. So it might be that you just want that particular design. So I'm just going to get my lasso knife because it's the quickest thing, and I'm just going to go take that bit, and then I am going to go right down here and keep the inner. So that's one piece of reflection. Then on this one, we'll do the same thing. So you can literally, you're building up your own sheets of reflections. Where have you gone? You're right up there, aren't you? And then, so again, in here, I'll get the lasso knife and just, and you or you can crop it. It's up to you, whichever way you want to do it. It's whatever's your choice. Keep the inner. So now I've got these two, and you literally build up your own sheet of reflections, putting all the elements on. So if you want two of him, I would copy and paste that. So I've got two stags on the sheet. I want one Bambi, some Frosty and some trees.
I need your help, please.
Yes.
Because I don't have pictures. If I printed off a sheet of those reflections on my inkjet printer and then brought that reflection into Minecraft Studio and laid the Digistamp over the top, took the reflection away and printed the Digistamps onto the reflection that I've already printed on my inkjet through a laser, you could, all that Digistamp detail would then foil.
Yes, it would.
Brilliant.
Yes, it would. That's a really good idea. Right, so you've got Digistamps, you've got reflections, you've got overlays. Now, the thing about the overlays are these are pretty clever, because when you look at it like that, it is just a sheet with the decoration, and then it's transparent. So if I want to use that as a background and put all of these over the top, I can do that. If I want to put that on there with a plain white background, I can. If I print that onto acetate, the background's going to be clear. If I turn that black, I could now foil that if I print it on my laser printer. So you've got loads of fabulous stuff that is really exciting.
Sold.
Okay, so that's those. Then you've got your now.
Stephanie, that's amazing.
I know, you make your own foil.
All of those overalls.
Overlays. All the overlays could be foils. Then you've got your sentiments, and of course you can foil these. So you've got loads of them. So, and I like some of these sentiments because they're a little bit different.
Yeah.
Step softly, the forest dreams in winter. So the forest dreams, it's asleep, it's dreaming, it's having those winter woods and warm hearts. These are lovely. May your winter days be merry, your nights be bright, and your hearts be light.
That's lovely.
I love you dearly. And then snow cute. But remember, each one of these is an individual sentiment. So you can have that wherever you want it to be. Right, then we've got this. We've got our long depth and our short depth scenes. So long depth, you're getting all of the scenes, and what you will notice is the backgrounds are softened. So the detail is all at the front of the illustration and the background is soft. If we go into short depth, what you'll notice is the background is, which way round have I got it? Let me get them the right way. If I put two side by side, you'll see it. So I get one from short depth, so you can see the details in the front. And if I get number one from long depth, you'll see there, look at the same bit. So you can now play with your perspective even more than we ever could before, and that is properly exciting. So I've got a little demo lined up for you that I need to show you. So first of all, I need to bring this into here. Let me delete that off. I'm going to get rid of you because and you because I don't need you. I've got everything I need here. And what I want to do is I'm going to go into print and I'm going to turn it to landscape, because then it's less, doesn't mess with your head. Right. So I have just dragged onto the page a few of these Christmas trees, so or winter forest trees. And so when I put it here, I purposely have chosen these with the short depth, so the detail is at the front. But that tree there is quite tall, and I need that one to be tall.
Brilliant.
And now I need to get you to right to the back. So order to send to the back. Right, then this one here is going to go there. And then this one is going to go there. But what I'm going to do now is, actually no, I'm going to put it there. I'm going to just change the tree a little bit. So I've just made it a tiny bit fatter because they don't all grow the same. And I'm also coming into my effects, and I'm just going to pick one of them, and I'm just going to change the brightness by, I don't know, 1 point. So it's slightly darker than the other tree. This one here, there, is going to get taller again, but also a bit fatter. And that one's going to go just there. And this time I'm going to change that brightness up a little bit.
Nice.
And then this one, which is at the front here, we're going to change that brightness up quite a bit. And I'm also going to change the contrast a little bit. No, that's going to make it too, going to need to go the other way. There we go, a little bit darker.
Nice.
Then I've got another one. This one, need to bring it to the front. Bring to the front. But this one, I'm going to make it a little bit squatter. There. So what we've done is we've created a whole forest of trees like this. But now I'm going to go into that one at the back, and I'm just going to change the brightness so that we've got a bit of contrast when we put this one. So we bring it to the front, make sure it's right at the front, there. So you can see you've got little bits of light going through your Christmas trees. It's not totally dense. This Christmas tree here, I'm going to crop it. So I'm going to crop it by that much.
Okay.
So now that one is a little short tree.
Brilliant.
Okay, and then I've got this one, which is going right over the side, and it's got a lot more snow on it. So now, when I move as I've created my own little woodland.
Yeah, I love that.
So all of these need grouping together. Let me make sure, nope, just click off that and just group them again. There. Why won't you group? Where am I? I'm just going to zoom in a bit so I can get hold of it better. Right. There we go. Right. So that's now one piece. This now goes back behind here. But I now come into this piece here. And I need some snow. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take my scissors, and I'm just going to get myself a bit of snow.
Look at that.
Okay.
Brilliant.
And then that piece
Look at that.
is going to come to the front. So you're going that way, and you're going that way. So we've got a little snowdrift
Love that.
there. But this bit needs to be whiter, so we're going to make it brighter.
Oh, yeah.
So it now looks like we've got our own little snowdrift. I'm just going to stretch it out to there, like that. And look at how the background is completely faded away. And then if I go back into my files and I go back into my scene building, and I get some of my frosted foliage.
Oh, there you go, look.
And I put that there. I've got even more dimension in my design, but you see all this lot here? I am just going to go into my effects and I'm going to blur it the tiniest bit.
Oh yeah, look at that.
So now this tree, which is order, bring to the front, is right at the front with that foliage, which we'll put there. And the forest is in the background.
Love that. So you can replicate, or you can work with the long depth and short depth and make all your scene building elements work with that. I mean, it's just, honestly, Minecraft Studio just blows my mind, the amount of things that you can do. And if you've never seen it before, first of all, where have you been? And I don't mean that in a cheeky way. But it's been out for, what, 18 years now, Minecraft Studio. And it's absolutely fabulous. And it was designed by crafters for crafters. The tech bit was done by a team of 2 guys who knew all the technology and how to build it. And then they were sent away again to write it in our language, not their language. And the amount of different techniques that you can do with that program. And do you know what's really unbelievable? If you go onto highlightcrafts.com right now, you can download that program for free. I know, it's Windows based, but oh my goodness, you go down this rabbit hole, you're not coming out for a long time.
Well,
but it's the most fun. It's like Alice when she went down the rabbit hole and this whole other world opened up underground. That's what this is like with Minecraft Studio. It's tremendous. And if you have a scan and cut the 2 together,
can I show you something else?
You can, absolutely.
So we've done, this is what we've done at the moment. Right, we need the sun coming through the clouds, okay?
Right.
So it's going to hit these trees here. So I need to, first of all, I need to ungroup them. And this tree, this one at the back, is going to hit, the sun's going to hit it first. So what we're going to do is we are going to change the saturation and we're going to make it a little bit brighter.
Nice.
Right, so that, and then the sun's going to hit this one. And so we're going to add a little bit of brightness there. Oh, and a little bit of saturation. Okay, so the sun's just hitting, coming through here. Right, so up here, we need to do some stuff.
About this,
I love it. I love it because
I do too.
I just love the fact that it is so, it's so easy to do. Right.
Amazing.
I've got my scissors. Oh, cancel that because it's in the wrong place. So click off there, and this is the big image at the back. So I've got my scissors. I'm just going to zoom in a bit. And I'm going to take the scissors and I'm just going to do making myself a cloud.
Like you do on a Thursday afternoon.
Yeah, okay. So that, oh, I need, it's okay, we can get the image. No, I'm going to have to undo it.
Okay.
Because I need to, I'm going to have to do 2 undos because I need to get, so I'll cancel that for a minute because I need this picture, I need a copy of it.
Okay.
So we're going to get a copy and a paste. So there it is. Look how different it looks. I mean, it looks completely different, doesn't it?
It absolutely does.
Right. So now we're gonna make a cloud. Okay. So we're gonna zoom in because I want to see which bit of my cloud I want. I reckon I want this little bit here. It looks a fluffy cloud, and there's a little bit of blue as well. I don't know my cloud names, but this one's called Sirius.
Is it?
No, it's called Cyril.
Cyril. Okay.
Cyril. Right, and then I'm just going to roll her down here. Don't worry about that line. It doesn't make a difference.
That freaked me out when I first did it. I was like, what have I
right,
done?
Look at that cloud
Look
I've just made.
Look at that.
Right, that's not the best bit.
Oh.
Okay, so there's my cloud.
Yeah.
Right. Now, I need to take another copy.
Okay.
So copy and paste, okay? Then you're going to go into your digital punches. Oh, what have I copied? It wasn't that. I've copied a tree somewhere. Oh, look, there's another tree. Oh, it's just had a friend. We'll just squish him down a bit. There we go. Might as well keep him. So I'm going to copy you and paste you. Right. So I'm going to go into my basic shape. So I've got chosen a digital punch here, and I've got a circle, and I'm going to punch that circle out of the cloud.
Okay.
So I'm going to keep the inner. So there's the circle. Okay. That's too big, so I'm going to make it a bit smaller. I'm going to place it there. I'm going to add to its brightness. I am going to change its colour. It's like, oh, look at this. Look what's happening. Look at that. Wow, right. I need to take out some of the, no, add a bit of, let me just see which colours I'm going to play with. Right, now this cloud comes to the front. My son is just giving me a little bit of light onto here.
Look at that. Oh, isn't that fabulous?
Oh, I know what you need to do. Oh. Sorry, 2 more things.
Yep.
Your cloud, you need to blur it.
Yep.
So it blends in.
Look at that. Do you know what's been lovely watching that? Laura, who's just turned 20, on cameras, absolutely entranced. You were, weren't you, Laura? You were literally, your head went to one side, and I was like, she's still watching the camera, but she's absolutely fascinated, isn't it? Fascinated.
Look how now the cloud's over the.
Isn't that amazing?
And then can make it transparent.
I love that.
So we've now got just a mist over the clouds. Look at that mist.
How clever is that?
So you can have fog and mist.
Good grief. Isn't that just
And then
brilliant?
we haven't finished.
Okay.
Come back in the files. We've got the most magnificent stag. Oh, where is he? Where's he gone? I didn't get him. There he is. He's there.
It just takes him a minute to speed up a bit. There he is.
He's there, but actually, I want to flip him because he is actually. You see that tree? He's between the trees.
Look at that.
And the sun is just shining on the top of his antlers.
How fabulous is that?
And now this needs to be a bit smaller. Now that we've put him in, I've got to get everything in shape. If you haven't bought this, guys, even if you don't go for the dyes, please just get the MCS.
Yeah.
Because look at how good's that.
Absolutely.
She's so exciting. And it's the fact that, look, the light's coming off here and you've got the sun in the clouds, and it's just...
And that's all done with Micro Studio. And you know that? Shop MCS, it's $6.99.
That is crazy.
$6.99.
To make all your Christmas cards.
Isn't
like that
just remarkable? If you're somebody that's just started crafting, you haven't got a die cutting machine, but you want to be making things like that, you can do it for $6.99, because actually you're not paying for the graphics program either. So for $6.99 today, you can buy that artwork with the sentiments, with the digistamps, with your scene building and those beautiful background scenes for $6.99. There's no postage. It's digital, so it's instant, and you can go on to Highlight Crafts right now and download that program. It is Windows based, just to let you know, for free. That, Stephanie, is amazing, isn't it?
And this
$6.99. And then as you progress, or maybe you've already got your die cutting machine, you can add your die cuts in. This collection is just, it's what I would call a timeless classic, because at Christmas you always get the snow on the trees, you always get the stags and the dough, and they're just beautiful. But we give you grounding elements, we give you things to make a frame all the way around with those grounding elements. You can change the colours and the format of the trees, add the sunlight in when it doesn't exist, put extra clouds in. I mean, talk about a creative product. I don't think you get much more creative than that.
No.
And if you just want Minecraft Studio, $6.99. That's
so
phenomenal.
I'm going to group all this together.
I love that.
And then we can have it as a smaller image.
And can I just say thank you for putting it on the website for free?
It's good, isn't it?
How many
I
people
think-
have accessed that and had the joy and the pleasure out of
Thousands
that
and thousands.
Hundreds
It was
of
really,
thousands.
yeah, it was really important for us to do that, because I think, you guys just need to have the opportunity to be able to do lots of stuff. Right, I'm just going to put another scene behind this.
Can I read to you a little bit while we're doing this?
Yeah, of course.
Laura says, that's absolutely blowing my mind. Fantastic. I totally agree, Laura. Rachel says, Minecraft Studio is simply my world apart from my family. It's helped me grow. Oh, this is going to give me, I've got goosebumps already. It's helped me grow in my crafting 100%. If ever there's an award given to the crafting world, you have my vote. The graphics used to create the work we do is simply mind-boggling. I have a wonderful husband who knows Minecraft Studio is so important to me. The artwork is out of this world. There are such talented people out there, and I'm so glad I discovered MCS through our good friend Carol Bignall. In the beginning, is the best crafty advice she's ever been given in many, many, many years. Saying thank you to you all and doesn't seem enough, but you have my continued support. Love, Rachel from Coventry. Thank you, Rachel, because that just giving you goosebumps has made me feel quite emotional.
And
Hasn't
do you know what?
And I love
Thank
that.
you, our lovely
Thank
Carol.
you.
That's so kind.
Absolutely.
Can you see how I have just changed that scene to match the colours here?
Amazing, isn't
and
it?
it happens in real time. You don't click it and then not like it and go back and click it and like it. You literally can play with it as you go along. And I just think it is such a clever program to allow you to be able to do all of these different effects. And if somebody said to me, what would you change about it? I can honestly, hand on heart, say the only thing I would change is I want to tile grouped images.
I have one more thing that I
What would you
add,
like it to
an
do?
alignment function.
Yeah, I get that, but I also, because I like using the grid for things like that, I don't mind. But do you know what, guys?
It's brilliant though, isn't it?
And if Create and Craft had been kinder to us and the world had been different, we probably would have rewritten this program by now. But you know what? We don't need to. That's the other thing.
It really doesn't need it, does it?
No.
And if you're learning, so I'm going to tell you my story about Minecraft Studio. So I sat and watched for Diane for years doing Minecraft Studio and Create and Craft, and honestly believe that because I don't do technology, I wouldn't be able to use it. It would be too complicated. But B, I also knew that if I could use it, it would become fiercely addictive. The first one, I was absolutely wrong. It is the simplest program you will ever use, and there's always an undo button and a redo button. So if you don't like it, you can undo it and change it. And I love that about it. And the second one was absolutely true, because it is fiercely addictive. But the time that you're spending is creative. And what I like using this for, and I think a lot of you might benefit from this as well, is using it as a design tool. A tool to lay out your designs first before you start printing your papers, before you start cutting into your dies, before you start adding all of those blurs and acetates and all that fancy stuff. It gives you the ability to see what it looks like. And that is invaluable, Because if you'd done that and you undid it 3 times, you'd be like, it would be like, oh no, I don't want that there. Now I need to start again. You don't. This digital piece of software is so intuitive. I can't tell you. And then when I turned the whole thing black, and it turned it into a black image, and I scanned it in and it cut the artwork out for me, I was like, blinking heck. This together, independently, it's incredible. But if you are a Scan and Cut user and you haven't gone down the Minecraft Studio route yet, please do. Because honestly, it's an absolute game changer and I love it. I love the digital punches, because every single one of those can become a cutting file, a drawing file, an embossing file, a foiling file, and it's free. And then we bring you some of the most stunning artwork that you can change. Those trees in that colour don't exist as dies, but they do now, don't they?
Oh,
because if you kept the same size as the die, and you change the colour, you can then use your die to cut it out, can't you?
Oh my goodness me, I've just remembered. Oh wow. Diane, do you like my sky? Did you see my demo?
Good, isn't it?
Yeah.
Look at how this green goes perfectly with where the sun is hitting that
Absolutely.
Lovely.
design.
Gorgeous, isn't it?
That's very pretty, isn't it?
What have you got? How did you manage to get these? I thought we'd run out.
I thought we hadn't got them yet.
Well, I spotted it on your desk and thought we could add it to the show.
I didn't think they'd made any. They're making them. No.
They don't know that yet.
No, they are.
Me and Katie have just done it, so yeah. There's a new sheet. There's one for you, and there's one for you.
Oh my goodness me. Thank you. And guess what this
I think
is,
Katie's
guys?
adding a couple more as well because they'll work really nicely with this collection. But this has got these designs in it, so we thought we'd add it to the show.
Absolutely.
And guess what, everybody? Imagine putting the snowflakes. Let me just lift this up and show you this. Imagine adding those snowflakes here to the design that I've just done. Putting those over the top. Oh my goodness me, that would be amazing.
Right. Yeah, see on camera originally these sheets look like they've got gaps on them, but we've filled it with white.
We filled it with white. We
I'll
have
give you that back.
absolutely. Thank you.
I'll see you again later.
Thank you very much. Cindy says stunning. Mandy Robson says, what an inspiration you are, Stephanie, using Minecraft Studio. That is beautiful. Take that. Pauline says, I love Minecraft Studio and I've used it since it was first launched. She's with me on the alignment.
Oh, okay.
That might be a thing.
Well,
maybe in a few years' time.
When I've saved £200,000,
Yes,
we can have one.
We can have one. And that was amazing, Stephanie. Thank you so much, says Pam. Right, let's have a look at these stickers, shall we? We'll get the details brought up on the screen for you. So shop
3 because we've got 3 for 2.
Perfect. So Shop Forest will get you the one that works with this collection. All right, $12.99 will get you that. You've got the poinsettias up there, you've got the berries, you've got Christmas rose, you've got the branches, which are super delicate. And that's what I love about these transfers. You can go even finer than you could with a die cut, can't you?
Oh, yes.
And then you've got the trees and the stag and the doe at the bottom. So you've got that one. That is Shop Forest $12.99. Now, the other ones that would go perfectly with this was from my favourite Christmas collection that we have ever done. You were out with Carl one night, weren't you? I was on Create and Craft and the whole thing sold out in 20 minutes. And it was a pick of the day. And we had no more stock. So that was what we call an early bath. I got to go home early, but look at those beautiful soft florals. We'll take it from looking masculine with the stag to looking really feminine when you remove those antlers and make it into a doe. Love that. And because we've got them on a 3 for 2, this one, if you put all 3 in your baskets, you won't be paying for this one. Look at that. You've got the winter fox in there, you've got the winter hare.
Oh, that would
the
look gorgeous.
Mouse. Then you go ahead and add in your characters. Isn't this just superb. Now, Shop Friends will get you that one. So if you wanted to put all 3 of those into your basket, the codes you would need would be Shop Friends, Shop Robins and Shop Forest, and you would only pay for 2 of them.
Yes.
Now that deal ends at 11:59 p.m. on next Tuesday night. So please, please, please make sure that you are shopping for these stickers. You and I have got some tonight at 6 o'clock.
Oh, they're gorgeous. I've decorated a whole room with them at home in my head.
So please, please, please be getting these in, because that will work perfectly.
Can I
with
show you
that.
this?
Yeah, absolutely. You carry on.
So, guys,
Absolutely.
loads of you have bought tons of these stickers. So, this is the thing that you need to think about. The glue on here is super strong. We've taken an industrial machine and made it into a craft product. It's designed for cars. They make Formula One decals out of this stuff. It's that good. So when it goes on a surface, it does not want to come off. So what we've got to do is we've got to make this work for us for our cards, okay? So our papers. So if it's a paper that's coated, it's fine. If it's vellum, acetate, loves it to bits. If it's a paper that we've printed, we need to take a little bit of the stick off this. And I'm having a dilemma at the moment, because we've asked them to make the sticker less sticky, and they're making us a new glue so that it will go on this.
Right.
But I'm torn as to whether I want it to do that, because I think I want the versatility, and I think you might as well want the versatility of being able to put this on a school bag, put it on a mug, put it on a vase, put it on a piece of MDF, put it on a piece of furniture, put it on anything with the same stick.
I don't think it
And
matters.
so for the sake of doing that, it works. Right. So then I've got all these little snowflakes. So what I'm going to do is I'm just rubbing one little snowflake at a time into the sky.
Oh, look at that. Oh, you've got to have these in your life, haven't you? These stickers are absolutely...
Look at them.
I don't think stickers, really...
It doesn't do it justice.
Do it justice, that
It
name,
doesn't.
does it? Highlight looks, we call them, because they're luxury, and they are. You know, if you went into, I don't know, a toy shop and you've got a sheet of stickers, they are night and day. These are absolutely top drawer. And if they're good enough to go on Formula One cars, they're definitely good enough to go on our cards. How exciting is that? But like you said, mugs, baubles.
Look at them. Look at how I'm putting snow in the sky.
Aren't they fantastic? That's brilliant.
I want to do more.
Go on then, carry on. I think these are fabulous. And what we do here at Highlight Crafts is try and bring you something, one product that will reinvigorate everything that you've got. So you could get our Christmas dies
Well, they're quite close together, so I'm trying not to make it a snowstorm.
It's a snowstorm like you had when you went to the 1-million-star hotel.
Oh, that
which turned out to be a polytunnel in the forest.
It was rubbish.
And then got stuck in a snow blizzard, couldn't get back.
Oh, I know. It was awful. Honestly, Iceland's overrated. It's a very nice country if you're Icelandic. I love your country, but...
Not the 1-million-star hotel.
No. It was literally a polytunnel.
And then you thought, this is the bit that made me cry laughing.
I
then
thought
you thought that you saw the Northern Lights. And what was it? You'll like this, Laura. What was it?
A cucumber greenhouse. Because they turn the lights on in the middle of the night, and the lights are red to actually help the cucumbers grow. And I could see it glowing in the field, and I thought it was the Northern Lights. And the best bit was I woke Carl up, and he was like not happy. And to even get to the polytunnel, we had to traipse through the snow. And it was advertised as, honestly, the pictures, talk about misleading. The pictures, so this was a surprise. This was a birthday surprise for me from my husband. It was a surprise for him as well, because when we got there,
It wasn't what I thought.
we went all the way through this forest, trampsing in the snow, thinking, oh, it's going to be so romantic. We get there and there's a blow-up polytunnel, like an igloo, with another little polytunnel to get in it. You had to step in one polytunnel because if you let the air in, the other one went down. And all you could hear all night was the motor keeping it blown up, going brrrr.
Brilliant. Right, we have to say goodbye, I'm afraid.
Oh no, I haven't finished my
I know you're enjoying it.
snowflakes.
I'm going next door to Dawn David for the next viewing of Friends Forever,
just say-
which is wonderful. Isn't that magic? And that's a tiny part of one of those sheets. Shop Forest, $12.99.
Please check out the stickers. There's more being added daily, but that deal does end at the end. Does finish at the end of the month. 3 for 2.
Absolutely.
Oh,
Right, I'm going through the wall. Will you just read Terry Kim's message because it's lovely?
I will.
Please.
Yeah.
I've got to take it with me.
Oh,
but
okay.
Lewis will show you. Right, see